Hi guys, I'm really happy to do another set of my nails. So we are going to do a beautiful set on my left hand. Finally, I really cannot wait. You can have a wee preview of those nails in here. So that's exactly what we are going to recreate, and I hope you really love this tutorial. If you do, let me know below in the comments, as I'm really looking forward to reading them all. Also, if you're new in here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as there is lots of tutorials coming up every Monday, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And to you existing subscribers, thank you so much guys for all your likes, comments and shares. Let's start! This is so pretty. I'm just going to show you the full look at different angles. So nice. I love it. And I show you how to recreate this look. So I've got 4 nails waiting for it. Check the tutorials on the how to do the shapes and sculpting. There is lots of them. So because this design is going to take us a little bit longer time, I thought I would just show you on them. Okay, so the first thing we need is a makeup sponge and the back of the form. And then with the brush we are going to apply some paint on French gel on our nails. Okay, so I'm just picking up a drop of the paint on French gel and applying it into the nail. Not too much, just a little bit, and then clean the sponge so there is no fluffy bits and pieces. And then we are going to start massaging this paint on French gel into our nails. Okay, so just massage it gently. The first layer you wanted it to be so delicate, like almost no pressure, very delicate. So this way you will get a nice blending. Okay, next one in. So we do lots of motion, like kind of brushing it down. If you get a fluffy bits, clean it off on the piece of form. Obviously, the longer nails, the longer it's going to take it. But I really wanted to show you on those beautiful long nails. And then the next one. So if it does happen that you feel like you went a little bit too high up, you can use the other side of the sponge to clean it up. Okay, once the first layer is on, cook it in. So I'm going to cure it 30 seconds. In the meantime, we will be also using those beautiful glitter flakes, like a frosted look. And they are just going all through different colors, like pinks, blues, yellow, oranges, like purples, all sorts of different colors. So nice and pretty, and we will use them as well for this design. Okay, so I have cured it for 30 seconds, and now I'm going to do a next layer. Clean up my sponge and then start dabbing in. So this time I'm dabbing, okay? So before I was brushing on, and now I am more dabbing. It's really quick to do it when you're working on the both hands, like you're swapping one hand and then you're going and doing the other hand. Actually for a Babyboomer, I prefer using the sculpting fiber gel and soft pink. The soft pink is like a very light pink, and it has this milky hint to it. So this way the transition between the Babyboomer and the gel is much nicer, more gentle. Like quite often you need maybe even only one layer to get a really perfect blending, I'm using it on the light rose. So on the light rose, it is more difficult to blend it nice, but I really wanted it to stand out kind of more, so I choose the harder option. Now I want to only get the end pigmented at this stage now, and then we'll just go all over once we finish this stage. So if you want to have the end pigmented, you would apply it almost like a French. And then we will just blend it the top part. So all I'm blending now is just this top part. I don't want to reach the end, okay? Just this part. I want the end to be so highly pigmented. Okay, and now give it a cure. Okay, and so this one is curing, and then depending how fussy you are, but always on such a length, even actually on a shorter nails, I've got some product left over on my sponge, and with this left over, I'm just going to gently dab it in. So there is hardly any product in there, and I'm just gently dabbing one more time over the entire design just to get the blending even nicer. Okay. So it's really just to improve the blending. You don't have to do it, but if you're fussy, you do it. Okay, and then after I'm happy, I'm going to cook it. The next step is to use those beautiful bits and pieces of the flake glitter. So I'm going to use the base gel, and I will also show you how to make them nice and smooth. Okay, so we've got some base gel and some old brush. So with the base gel, I'm going to apply them more at this side. Pick them up. They are so pretty. Like, I don't want it too much because I want some particles of those the parts of the Babybomer to be really visible, but I wanted enough of it just so it looks pretty and that there is something going on. Okay, so I'm just applying them in with the base gel. It looks actually awesome on top of the white. I really love it. Because even just like this, like it looks nice and pretty. And we still have to do the design like this. Okay, I'm kind of picking up the ones which are nice and flat, and then on top of it, oh, this one is so nice and pretty. On top of it, we are going to use some gel sponge. Okay, so once I have applied it in with the gel sponge, I'm gently dabbing it in. Because of it, I'm removing the excess of the base gel and I'm making them nice and flat so they don't stick out. You don't want them to stick out too much. So normally we would encapsulate the glitter into the gel, but because we wanted to do the Babybomer with the paint on French technique, I needed to, oh no, I have made this beautiful sparkle, oh no, it's here. I wanted it to be encapsulated on top of the Babybomer. I thought my sponge absorbed the pretty blue one. I love this blue one. Okay, so just dab it with this sponge and then give them a cook. Look how nice and pretty is that. So just a flash cure. And in the meantime, we are going to prepare some paint on French gel for the next part of our design. It's just so I can get ready, save me a time. Okay, so this one is cooked. What else you could do? So like they are not sticking out much, but I'm really fussy usually. So what you could do is you could apply the top coat. So you could take a top coat and apply some top coat over it. First of all, it will be easier to paint the next part of the design. You don't have to be even precise, like just make sure you cover the Babybomer and the glitter. Okay, so top coat in. They really take longer when they're so long. Even the things like a top coat. Okay, and quickly cook them. Then grab those French. So here I've got the watercolor brush. And I'm going just to pick up some paint on French gel. Just a few scoops. Okay, so my top coat is cooked. I'm just going to take a buffer and give it a couple scratches to it. Okay, so first of all, it will be easier to paint. And then secondly, we are going to make the glitter really nice and smooth. So give those buff. I always use this buffing technique as well for the gel polish. Like when I get the client with the natural nails, when there is no hard gel and I cannot encapsulate the glitter inside the gel, then I would encapsulate it with the top coat and give it a couple scratches on top of it, just so they are nicer and smoother. Okay, so the last touches, and then clean all the dust. So clean all the dust. And let's start painting the next part of this design. So now we are going to paint some kind of flowery parts. And I'm using the watercolor brush from the Nail Perfect. Press it hard and strong. So the brush almost kind of splits it. This way you will create almost like a wee flowers. Okay, then one more. You can see it like we almost creating like a petal. You can go over it like even couple times to create like those kind of veins. Really beautiful. Okay, then the next one. I want them all to be slightly different on each nail. This is a really easy way of painting those kind of swirly patterns. Okay, next one. And I think you cannot go wrong with it, really. Okay, so I have just created the first squiggles, and now I'm going to cook them. In the meantime, we are going to put more base gel because we want to also put some crystals in there. And I'm going to use the tiny ones, like so. With the brush, on some places we are going to put those gems. Okay, so I can see it straight away. It will be nice to place a gem here. It will be nice to place a gem there, and here, and here, kind of in those joint places. And here, and there, and there, and there. Okay, and then grabbing the crystals. So one in here, one in there, and in here, and there. Okay, so I check it. Is there any more places I want crystals? No, because they are quite rich anyway. So cook them in. And now we can swap for a fine brush, okay? So we are going to use my D-liner brush. Okay, so the base gel is to cook. And my D-liner brush is ready. So I'm picking up the paint on French gel, and we are going to paint just like a wee chain in some places, only some places. So I want this chain to be here definitely. Okay, sorry, I need to find a comfy angle because the chain I want to come out from this place. Yeah, from the gem. Do I? So what I'm doing is I'm just painting. It would be easier to paint this way rather than this angle. Okay, so I have painted very thin lines. Got just a couple of the thin lines. I'm going to cook them. Just a flash cure. And then using the dotting tool, we are going to place a couple dots in there. Okay, so just a couple dots. It's almost like, I don't know, like painted with the frost design, but it will also do a really nice wedding set. Trying to paint very small dots. Don't want them too big. Almost like a water droplets. Very tiny one. Actually, I'm really curious because I meant to check it. So those dots. Have you guys ever heard my dog like snoring or like walking in here? Because he's always, every single video he's always here. Okay, I'm going to cure it a couple more seconds and then we can apply the top coat and do the last step of this design. So the top coat through the entire tip. Now I'm fussy how I'm applying the top coat, okay? So the first one I wasn't as fussy because we was gonna buff it anyway. But with this one, yes, I am. I'm trying not to cover the gems with the top coat. And once we put the top coat, we will be able to do those 3D look as well. Okay, and the last one. Oh, no. It looks nice and pretty, even just like this, and by adding those 3D look to it is going to be even more pretty. Okay, just check them. So you want them to be nice and pretty. And cook them. I'm not going to cure full 60 seconds yet because we still need to do the design, so it's no point of curing full time. And the design, we are going to use the D-liner brush again and the paint on French gel. So you actually don't need much products. You need those Swarovski crystals, the glitter flakes, and they are on the website, frozen flakes, paint on French gel, base, your main gel, and basically that sponge, makeup sponge as well, and that's all. Okay, I'm picking up a product, but look guys, like, so when I was painting the lines, I was picking up my product this way. Like you can see, I had some lines in there. Okay, so if I want to paint nice and thin, I'm picking up the product like this. So I can have very little product and I can paint thin lines. Now I don't want to paint thin lines, I want to have some blob of the product. So to pick up the blob of the product, I'm kind of dragging in so I can pick up more product, like dip it in. Okay, well, let's paint it. And press it hard and then very gentle. Press it hard and gentle. Hard and gentle. I can even join this in into a different shape. Add some fresh things. It's so warm in here that's even the consistency of the paint on French gel is changed. It's more watery. For those part, I actually prefer it when it's more solid. Cameraman is just switching the heater. It doesn't change much. It will be too late now, but it's really watery. Which is a shame because it's not going to be as 3D then. I mean, you still will be able to see it, just not as strongly. Here I'm going opposite side. So I'm also adding, I'm kind of drawing on top of those flowers, but I'm also adding some new places as well. Okay, check how it looks. It will do a really nice wedding set as well. So you can see it, guys, even a tiniest line make it more 3D. Okay, a couple more. I would say there is actually quite a lot of going on this set of the nails, but they are so delicate, like so elegant. Okay, again, check how I like it. I could place something here. I definitely missed something there. But at the same time, I didn't want to cover the glitter too much. So here I'm adding from the top. On the bottom, then some veins. Okay, I also need to add something there. Again, check how I like it. I like it. Oh, they are so pretty. They are really pretty. Okay, this one doesn't look nice. Well, let making it nice. That's better. Okay, and the last couple touches. So we are painting with the paint on French gel on top of the top coat, and we are not going to put top coat over it. It will just stay like this for those 3D effect. They are so pretty, guys. They are amazing. I love them. I do actually love them. Okay, I need to cure them a fair... sorry. Oh no, I touched them. Oh no! Okay, not bad smudge, just a tiny bit. I need to cure them 60 seconds. So you want the double cure on them. And then I will clean the inhibition layer from the paint on French gel and show you the final look of them because they are so pretty. I hope you really like them as well. And if you do, let me know below in the comments because I would like to see it as well. And it's funny, like one hand white, one hand black, but I really had to do it something nice, guys, for you. Now I can't wait to get rid of this hand because they are old now. So UV cleanser. Okay, I just cook 40 seconds. Save you waiting. Yes, sometimes I get away. I wouldn't do it for a client. I would be too scared. You know, if something's happened on my nails, I'm not going to complain to myself. But if it would happen on the client's nails, oh, I would be really upset. So I'll cure it 60 seconds just because we didn't apply the top coat and we want everything to make sure it stays on. So I have removed the inhibition layer, clean my hands. There is another tip, like I have read it. Sorry, cameraman, I just really need to clean them well. I have, there is a tip for those of you who have watched this video and tutorial right to the end. So I have heard, actually I have read from some nail industry experts that if you do have some dust on the nails, on the fingers, on the skin, and you are applying cuticle oil, so if you would have any product on your skin and you would apply cuticle oil, the cuticle oil will make it penetrate deeper into layers of your skin. So always make sure you do not have a product over your hands, like see, just like I usually do it with the baby wipes, and then I would wash my hands before I apply the cuticle oil, so it doesn't penetrate my skin, like with all those inhibition layers, dust. I mean, it's all chemicals we're working with, so keep that, guys, in mind, because that's my caused allergic reactions. You know, and quite often we do everything like the way we should, and we're wondering like what's happened. So that could be the excess product left on your skin, and then cuticle oil applied. And also keep in mind as well, some cuticle oils, they are citrus-like, so they could be like an orange cuticle oil, like coconut, they could be an almond cuticle oil. Some people got allergies for that as well, so remember it, guys, as well. But they are so pretty, beautiful. Okay, I'm sending you lots of glittery hugs, and bye for now.